So in this video, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on with this Silvergate situation right now, the Silvergate bank, and it's sending the price of Bitcoin down right now, or is it the chart that we've been looking at for the last couple of weeks on this channel? And also, I want to talk to you guys about something very, very bullish going on this Bitcoin chart that doesn't happen too often. Also want to talk a little bit about the payment providers and what's going on with some of these NFT platforms out here, the digital collectible space. So if you're excited about that, let's just get right into it. So first things first, we got Silvergate stock crashes after the company delays annual reports, reveals new losses. Silvergate discloses uncertain future, and senators dub Binance a bad place, a place for crimes. That's what they're calling Binance over there in the Senate. So Silvergate had a crypto bank run. As we know, people are speculating and believe that Binance had withdrawn a bunch of money from Silvergate. Silvergate firms ditch, crypto firms ditch Silvergate, a favored banking partner. So a lot of these crypto firms are not trying to work with Silvergate anymore, probably because of their uncertain future. And the Bitcoin price holds steady at 23,000 as Silvergate crumbles. That was 8 hours ago. What's the Bitcoin chart doing right now? It's going down a little bit. Right now it's at 22K right there. Let's put this on the daily. We can see we had a nice dump right there on the day for Bitcoin. So right here, we maintain relationships with several banking partners. We are sensitive to the concerns around Silvergate and are in the process of unwinding certain services with them and notifying customers. Otherwise, all Circle services, including USDC, are still operating as normal. So a lot of these crypto firms, you know, the main ones inside the US, such as Coinbase, Circle, who issue is, like they said, the USDC, they're having some issues, or they're just cutting off their relationship with this Silvergate bank. That is, I guess, one of the banking partners of majority of the cryptos in the space. Now, this could have a trickle down effect on, you know, some of the loans and stuff they have out. We don't really know. I don't really know. You might know. I don't really know. I don't really care. Why don't I really care that much? Because look, we've been looking at this Bitcoin chart right here for a minute. Although we had a nice spike up over here to this 25K level, if we turn this chart over to the weekly, we can see that that was just a wick over this 200 moving average, and the price has got rejected since then. We said, hey, if the price doesn't come down, if the price doesn't make it over this yellow line, it was most likely going to come stop right here at the 236 Fibonacci level, which we could see that's what it's doing right now, you know, hanging out right at that level. And it could come down as low as 20,200 right here on the 34 moving average. So if there's any more FUD going on in the market right now, because all of these, you know, all of these articles and stuff, like it's so coordinated. Like, it's crazy to me how it's so coordinated. These things happened at once. These things happen on days where it almost looks like they're watching the charts. I don't think they are, but it almost looks like that. But anyways, coming right here, we can see prices dipping down from there. So we'll see if we have this scenario where we head back down to 20K. That would be very bad if we close at that level. We definitely want to wick down to 20K and maybe just stay above 21 or 20,800, you know, for Bitcoin. That would be the best case scenario right there on this weekly chart. Like I said, when we go to the daily chart, we already looked at this, drop below the 34 moving average, a nice deep drop today. We can see the MACD is not showing us anything that we haven't really seen in a while, except for if I just go like this. I actually just noticed this right now, which is very interesting to see that we could be having this right here on this chart. Because when I go to this monthly chart right here, this is the most bullish thing that I'm seeing on all of the charts that I've been looking at for a while. So we can see this MACD right here is looking like it's getting some momentum to the upside. The 34 moving average is all the way up here at $32,000 Bitcoin. This is a $10,000 jump for Bitcoin that could happen at any point in time. And you see, like, we had some pretty steep candles coming down where these months got pretty irrational, so they can get pretty irrational going up as well. And getting up to that level of the 0.5 Fibonacci level is a very key level. In bear markets, those levels are hit all the time. The price usually will come up to test those levels, drop back down, and then it'll head up for a second time and keep trying to test that level until it gets above it, of course. But that is a key level right there for sure for Bitcoin. So seeing that, hey, we might be headed to that level. Although we had this doji candle right here, which is very uncertain, and then now we're going down. It is the start of the month. Usually the candles start going down for the beginning of the candle, and then they head the opposite way. Just not always, but just something that I've observed in my time of trading. So do we have any momentum in this stock market? Because the stock market has to pump for Bitcoin to pump, right? They're riding together, and why wouldn't they? It's just kind of some of the same people who are in these markets, you know. There's people, yeah, you know that. But looking right here, look at more momentum right here on this chart. So this momentum coupled with, hey, we might have a little bit more downside as long as we stay above this box right here that I've been having on this chart for a while, that the support box on the SPX. Things could get very, very interesting, and things can get pretty bullish pretty quick. But right now it is dipping below this 34 moving average, coming up to retest it, so hopefully it can get back above it right now on the month. But also the weekly is looking like it wants to have a bit of a bearish week. So the overall long term for this Bitcoin chart is looking like, hey, maybe in the next 2 to 3 months we will have our deciding. I mean, of course we're gonna know by then, but I mean, what I'm trying to say is we got two things going on right here. In the next 2 to 3 months we can get very bullish if this thing just continues to do what it's doing right now. It can get very bullish in the next month or two for Bitcoin and still be an overall bear market until we cross, you know, some of these major levels. But keep in mind, this 200 weekly moving average, pretty important to me. We get above that, you know, prices can get pretty nice pretty fast. Looking at the total 2, that will send this thing, you know, all these charts are looking the same right here. So these are the scenarios. We come up like this and head back down, or we come up like this, go like that, and then we head higher. So which one are you? Are you the first scenario, or are you the second scenario for what's going on these charts? And we've been watching this for a very long time. That's why the FUD actually matching up with the charts is always good to see. It's always very interesting. So let's take a look at what's going on right here. Our payment process service providers phasing out their wire transfer services. This affects all of the existing partners industry-wide. They will continue their wire transfer services throughout March 23rd. This was posted on the 2nd. So it says we will continue the process via our payment provider. So a lot of, you know, Recur, HRO, Vivi was the first one to go down with the wire situation, with wire going down. But we see that these payment processors, the fiat and on-ramps and off-ramps, are hating, you know, just like the app stores are hating on these platforms that are giving us some nice NFTs and digital collectibles to have fun with. They're not liking the way that people can just move money in and out and things like that. There's, you know, risk of money laundering. You know, there's a lot of speculation of money laundering happening on these apps already. So these payment providers are definitely getting attacked by, you know, the regulators, and the regulators want to see a little bit more about what's going on these situations. To me, like I said, it seems so coordinated, like this happening. Oh, you know, well, that's the same thing. It is the same thing. But, you know, the Binance FUD coming out, they're you know, the U.S.'s government is threatening Binance again. So all these things happening at once, not an accident. I feel like they're trying to, you know, kick some people out of the market. They want to get them out. It's looking like it's time to just keep collecting, keep that currency collecting going. It's going to pay off in the long run. You know, for sure, I feel like it's going to pay off. That's just my feelings. Don't do any of your investing based on my feelings alone. You know what I mean? I'm just a guy who, you know, likes cryptocurrency and did pretty good in cryptocurrency, and I'm just talking to you. You know, so this is not financial advice. That's what I was trying to say without saying it. But yeah, check out my website, etcurrency.com. You can check out the Ohana DAO if you want to be a part of that, or the Bullish NFT project if you want to be a part of that. Two ecosystems that I'm working on pretty strenuously. They're going to be pretty dope. Also, the courses and the stuff that people ask for, different courses and stuff. And yeah, if you want to reach out to me, get into my Telegram group, the link is on the website. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, RIP to Crypto Roots. Think positive, and positive things will show up in your daily life. And remember, never finish a negative statement about currency. Till next time, peace.